It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bears and the Snowhawks, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Snowhawks of Houston. Along. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They start the drive with Cook, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And they'll send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And that's complete to Huff. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Herbert now. And got his man complete. Touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They go play action now. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They didn't.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. Now it's Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Miller will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. But Houston's offense taking over again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Play action. Now Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with a sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's do this, man.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chicago offense set to get started. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Here now, 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. First target, first catch, and a first down. The Bears at 10-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating.
And that's caught inside the 35. Able to slither by. A huge play there for Chicago. 62 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Herbert. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. A give up the middle to Singletary. Still going. And he takes us all the way down to the Bears' 21-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7.
Hey, go Lion. Hey, Ram. Let's go.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, second and 10.
5-9.
Here's Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Let's go. Ready.
Again, Herbert. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Wilson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Here's Wilson to throw. Pass on the out route, caught by Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the shotgun, Wilson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Snowhawks are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Once again, he finds Slayton.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Let's go, let's go. Crowd right. Home to try. Go.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Touchdown Bears! A.J. Brown as the first half is winding down.
And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Diggs.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin with the black and blue match.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Baylor Tiger, 59. Set.
On first down, it's Herbert. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert now. Underneath for Miller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. To the air again, Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
5-9. Ready.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
21.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. That going to be caught downfield by Miller. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Go.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot? Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Now Wilson. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Flushed out right.
Catch made by Slayton.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Herbert, quick pass out wide. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A partner still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. Goal at the 8-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. Laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On second down, Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here's Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Houston's offense taking over again. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And this one will be brought back to the 22. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's Herbert now on second down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown. With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Wilson.
He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down to the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Singletary. Touchdown, Houston. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Herbert on first down now. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now it's Herbert. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Let's go.
Herbert back to the air. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Well, let's spotlight Devin Singletary as this offense comes back out.
And the numbers for him, pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8 ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his yardage, that's cool, but it's not paying off on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control what we can control elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take away the rest of the guys. Don't let them hurt you as well. But the biggest one is they've contained him well enough that they've been able to increase their lead.
Wilson. And Diggs has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by...
And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And on now is the punter, standing just about on his own goal line. On the return, Hardy. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and